Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody this morning? I am doing great. Hoping you all are doing well as also. Looks like we got Niels Hahn in here. Ron Spencer, how you doing? Appreciate you. So we're just gonna have a little morning coffee, talk about some beginner stacker 101 do's and don'ts. Definitely want to talk about some stuff like that today. Every market is down today. Just totally crazy that every single market is down, but it is what it is. Money's being moved into oil right now, so that's good. But yeah, war on the horizon, never a good thing. Still war, war, war. Thought we were supposed to be out of this war on day one, or out of any war on day one, but here we are. Still fighting wars. Yeah, I'm up super early today, so I'm glad you guys stopped by. Ron, appreciate you. Niels Hahn, appreciate you as well. We got two awesome people in chat, you two. But I'm up a little earlier than normal, so I can't expect people to normally hop on it right now, but we'll see how she goes. So, silver's down, gold is down. I'm buying. Paycheck came in a little light yesterday. It was only like $168, which was nuts. So I got to call work and get that figured out. DC Stacks, what's going on? I want prices to drop more too. Now, that's a double-edged sword, right? So it lowers the value of your stack, but it does make it so you can buy more. So if your timeline is like mine, which is about 10 to 15 years out, then you want it to be as low as possible so you can accumulate more and more and more. What's up, Bobcat Bro? Saw you over at IS's channel. That was awesome. Good morning, Amina. How are you? Yeah, looking at the charts. Yes. Yes, looking at the charts, 70 spike to $50. Yeah, that was actually an 80 if I'm not mistaken. 81 with the Hunt brothers, right? It did take years to repeat, but we were in a big, huge 45-year cup and handle. Possibly, possibly, but we're in a completely different era than we were before. So if you think about the demand on silver over the last, let's just say, 15 years, so much greater than it was over that first 30. So it is a bit of an overcast, which is fine by me because yesterday, Amina, it was cooking. You dumped everything in 80 when the spike hit. History does repeat itself. It always does. However, with the times that we're in now and the demand that we have now, history won't repeat itself in the same sense because the demand is so much higher. Silver demand is so much greater than it was back in 80. So I think it could repeat itself to an extent, but I don't think that it's going to repeat itself in its entirety. Um, I'm pretty sure their mines are already open. They've been selling to China on the low for years now. Neil, you said this is a fake run. Amina, I saw you trying to get that bounty from IS. I was throwing some money there the other day too. You know, the thing about it is it's going to be the one guy that comes in and buys one time, and they're going to get that bounty. You know what I mean? That's the way my luck runs. Yes, the photo industry use of silver is non-existent now. That is true. That is 100% true. That being said, silver is substantially grown that much more in just AI portion alone on its usage. What up, Sublime? So where it's not being used in some, it's being doubled and tripled and even more used in other areas. So it's kind of, I mean, I think it was back in 2000. No, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I think it was like back in 2000, we mined 15 million ounces of silver a year, but we used 17 million or billion. It's one of those. But the gap is so substantial. And now it's even more substantial because of how much more silver we use in just everyday items that we, our solar panels, our connections, all those other things. Yeah, it's always nice, especially since the bounty's over $1,000 over there. But it'd be my luck. I spend my paycheck, not get it, and be one guy that comes in right after me and buys one and gets it. Okay. Okay. That is a lot of silver, but the usage is much greater than what we pull out of the ground. That's the point I was trying to get at. Whether my numbers were off or not, I don't claim to be perfect or exact in those areas, but the amount we pull is nowhere near the amount we use. Is kind of what I was getting at with that. I don't know if copper is going to replace silver in its sense. I think that I think that they'll revert back to copper when they have to find cheaper options to do things, but copper will never replace silver. It can't. Yeah, well, just keep in mind when all that when all that happens, the quality of products will lower. But they should have been doing that years ago. So we'll see how it goes. Craven, what's going on, my friend? Okay, so let's talk about stacking. Let's talk about stacking that. So I want to talk about stacking. Everybody, I had somebody in my chat the other day, and I was talking about why people would bother stacking copper. I don't stack copper. If it's free, I'll take it, but I don't actively stack it because the price point is absurd and the return is non existent. So I said, I don't know why anybody would buy ounces of silver or ounces of copper, right? Ounces of copper at $4 and $5 a piece when that's pretty much the pound cost. So people are buying a 1 pound cost price point for copper for a 1 ounce round. Now, does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense. Okay. And their response to me was, well, if you can't afford silver, people stack copper. Now, I said this months ago, months and months and months ago, that when people can't afford silver, they're going to find something to stack, and they will. Now, he said, I can't afford an ounce of silver, so I buy an ounce of the copper. Yes, but do you have the 60-year timeline? You know, who knows what copper is actually going to do, and is it stackable? So, can't afford silver, so I buy copper. So you're telling me you'll spend $6 on this, but you won't spend $5 on this? And that's a high amount for a dime. What up, serpents? So let me ask, like, honestly, is that worth it? Is that the price point is that what people are looking at? You'll spend $6 on this, but you won't spend 5 on this? That just doesn't make sense to me. In Oregon, every aluminum can is worth 5 cents. Does that make sense to any of you guys? It just it the math isn't mathing for me. Okay, that just doesn't math right. But if you get it for free, stack it, right? But I mean, if you're gonna pay premiums, like that's like a 2,000% premium or like 200%. The price is outrageous. Economies are fake as why at the Humble Stacker. I can appreciate copper for the aesthetic pleasure designs, but as an asset to stack, not for me, but anything that comes my way for free, I love. Scrap copper, don't stack it. That being said, I do buy copper. Serpents, you buy copper for different reasons, though. You don't buy it to stack it. You bought it to give it away, and you buy it because it's pretty. You don't buy it because you stack it. There's a difference. There's a difference. When I went to AMPM a couple months ago, I was talking to a guy. He's like, my whole silver stack got stolen by my ex-wife out of the bank account or out of the safe deposit box. I'm like, all right. And he goes, so I started stacking again. I said, all right. He goes, I bought 100 ounces of copper. And I was like, what? I bought 100 ounces of copper, and that's where I'm starting. I'm like, okay. You do you, bro. You do you, but I think you went the wrong direction. He goes, but I bought this much, and I could have only bought this much silver. And I'm like, I get it, man. I get it. But, like, the silver's going to be worth that much more than the copper will over that period, over the next 10 years. It just doesn't make sense to me. But he stacked 100 ounces of the copper rounds. And the guy on the phone was at a bullion dealer. A bullion dealer. Yeah, you're getting like 25, 35 cents a round. What up, Ed Marsh? Yeah, I don't know, but I just think that the incentive that they offer for the recycling is what that is. I don't think that it's a matter of the can's worth more. I just think the incentive to um, to recycle in California is that much greater than it is in Oregon. It's the only thing I can account that to. Niels Hahn. Yeah, I mean, I got a copper Libby. I like this thing. It's pretty. But Serps has a whole tube of them. His looks cooler because he's got 19 more of them than I do. Yeah, you pay that 10 cents up front right away. Not yet, brother. Not yet. We'll be getting a ping here in a minute. Yeah, I grew up in Oregon. So 5 cents per can, 10 cents per bottle. It's been that way for years. As a matter of fact, when my mom met a dude in Oregon, uh, he had a whole room filled to the top, Tetris style, with half rack cans full to the rim. Oh, that's cool. Um, that became my room, and my bounty was that was my bounty for cleaning it. I'm sorry to hear that, Mad Dog. You guys want to hear the bull? I want to hear the bull. I want to hear some silver. I haven't heard any silver since yesterday morning. I think it's time to hear the. I think it's time to hear the bat signal, and then we'll go to the bull. Let's go. Ping number one, baby. 5 ounce of the fine silver. There's the ATB, baby. There's the ATB, but we all want to hear the bull. Over on Apex Bullion uh, Discord, they were showing off some animal stuff. So I took a picture of the 5 ounce ATB. And I took a picture of the bull. Got to represent El Toro. Build your wealth in ounces, you guys. Every ounce counts. 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5, 10. Doesn't matter. Just keep stacking. And if you can't afford an ounce of copper or you can't afford an ounce of silver, buy dimes, buy 50-cent pieces, buy 1 grammers. Okay. Don't don't digress to don't digress to buying copper because you put it in your mind that you can't buy silver. Because you can't. You just have to not buy an ounce. Good morning, Bear. Let's hear old Toro, you guys. It's time to hear the bull sing. Let's go. No. Let's go. But this time going to be a long time healing. Well, Sublime, we're all here for you, man. Build your wealth analysis, you guys. One of the best things on any piece of bullion, except for the most latest one, which is this copper trivium. The saying here says, listen to all, follow no one. I love that saying. Listen to all, follow no one. That's an awesome saying. Awesome. Okay. It just means get all the information you can, make your own decision, blaze your own path. Okay. That's what I hear from that. Okay. I blaze my own path. Bullion coins or bullion in period. Okay. And it really depends on whether or not you like toned silver, Craven. Because that's the only reason why you would put it in a capsule. Jack Stacks, what's up, buddy? That's the only reason why I would put it in a capsule is to protect it from either dings or the toning. Now I like toned silver, so I don't have a problem with the air exposing to the silver and the toning. Like this 26 Eagle. I pulled it out of the tube and it's already starting to get color around the ring. And this is out of the brand new tube. And it's only one. Only doing it with one of them. But I don't have a problem with my silver being toned. But the consensus are when people are buying metals, they want shiny. So Bobcat Pro says BU are better in capsules. So for me, it's, it really depends on the person. I don't really care a whole lot, but I have a whole stack of capsulated silver. Honestly, most of the time, if it comes in a capsule, I'm too lazy to take it out. So I just leave it in there. In tubes, yeah. So it really depends on the stacker, right? So like I have a tube of toned ASCs and I have a tube of brand new 2026 ASCs. Well, half tubes of each. Well, the mixed ones are there's more than a half tube, but I have a half tube of the 2026s all by themselves, sitting in there, tubed. Right? I have one pulled out that's just sitting there chilling, toning. Just I didn't think it would tone so fast, honestly. What up, Nikki? But it's already starting to show color. I've had it out for 3 months. Oh, I'm sure there is. I don't have any sealed tubes like that, Ron. But my tubes they're all the same. So like it's the same top, same tube, same strip on the side, all that. But yeah, no, I don't have any full tubes by themselves. I wish, but I went through all my Eagles the other day. I've got 23 in the one stack, 24 in the other. I run 75 Eagles, roughly. You did a shout out video for my channel, Nikki. I appreciate you, man. You rock, bro. Thank you. That means a lot to me, bro. And I saw your email that you had some swag out. So thanks, man. Your chips are sick. I can't wait to get them. If you guys aren't subbed to Nikki Silver Stacker, make sure you get over there. He's been pumping out the content lately. So get over there and check him out. Okay, so Stacker, do's and don'ts when you're starting, you guys. Do not fall into the copper FOMO. Okay, that's my opinion. Now, if I had $100 to spend on silver, I would buy my most basic bar that I could get. Okay, I'm just going to show you an example of a bar. This is not a basic bar. This is a proof bar, but get your most basic bar you can get for the lowest price you can, which will probably be about spot or $1 more, depending on where you go. My LCS does me really good. Okay, and then I would top the rest off in dimes. When you buy your dimes, okay, you guys, always get a tube. Always get a tube. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you why. Because your psyche in your head trips out when you don't have a full tube. I know it's crazy, but it does. Okay, so let's say you buy 6 dimes. Get them in a tube. Okay, now you have a goal to fill the tube. Yeah, you guys make sure you get over there and sub up Nikki Silver Stacker. Does a lot of good content. Like right now, Nikki is probably at work, cheating on work with YouTube. Yep, tubes and guardhouse box. Have to fill tubes, that's right. You have to fill tubes. There's nothing worse than having a half-filled tube, you guys. And there is nothing better than the feeling of when you complete one. You're like, oh, yes. Okay, always nice. Vintage coin backs, even cooler. So yes, you guys, yes, make sure you get your tube. Yes, Melena, decaf. Well, half. You can. Okay. But DC stacks, we're talking about just starting off. Okay. I don't recommend starting collections when you're first starting a stacking. But if that's how you have to get into it, then that's how you have to get into it. But the only thing with collections is you're paying more of a premium. What's up, Bellows? Emerald Coast, how you doing? But that's just me. You know, when you get to a point and it seems redundant, it seems like it's not going anywhere, that's when you flavor it up for me. But I'm all about building the base stack first, then adding the flavor. Okay, and it doesn't matter how big it is, you guys. It does not matter how big it is. But every stacker should have some sort of representation of gold. And like I said, it doesn't matter how big it is. It really doesn't. It could be a 1/200th. It could be a 1/500th. It could be a grammer. And if you don't, you don't. you know. It could be even one of these foil things that you get that are a 1/1000th, which is the same as a gold back. Okay? Just the premium's not as high in my opinion. Yeah, my LCS will let me cherry pick as well. Which, if you build the right relationship with your LCS, they will give you that ability to do those things. Like I could pull up a stool and sit there and just go through all the dimes or all the quarters or all the walkers or whatever it is that I'm looking for. Walter, how you doing, my friend? You know, and you guys, as you go, you can trade up. You can trade these up to a 1 gram, or you can trade your 1 grams up to a 1/10th, or up to a 5 gram bar, or whatever the case. You can trade them up. So don't worry that your gold is not this or it's not that, or you feel like your pieces aren't big enough, because that doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I don't like fractional silver in stacking purposes because of how much the premiums are. But if you can buy them with no premium, buy with no premium. What does that matter? I don't really like fractional silver much, but I picked up these 1/4 ounces. They're both different sizes, so of course they won't fit in the same tube. But I did pick some silver up at very low 1/4 ounce. These were like $8, $9 a piece. Who's not going to buy that? More buffaloes to free for Bear. Bear, are you in chat? That is good, Emerald. If you can save like that, I have a problem saving like that, so I just buy weekly. Bear, check this out, man. Dates, no dates. Yep, so my discipline is my stacking. My stack is my savings account. Well, here, let's just look. First one pulled out, 1917. That's a no date. That one's faint, but you can see it's a 34. It's just really faint. My camera's not going to pick it up. Fourth one out, 1937. Not much, STG. What's going on with you? This one's faded a bit, but that one says 1928. That's a no date. 1936. That's just 35, but you can barely see it. Camera won't pick it up. No problem, STG. You know my number. Another one out, 1935. So I think we're okay on the dates. DC. Sure, bunch of no dates. 1936. This is a no date. 1920. So of the coins I pulled out, 2, 4, 6, 8. I pulled out 12. 8 of the 12 have dates. What up, B? Yeah, but I don't give out garbage in that sense. There are some no dates in there, but I pulled a lot of these out of flips that I got from people, and all of them, well, in the flips have dates. So like all 5 of these that I'm gonna free in a second here have dates, and they'll go in that same bag for bear. What up, Argent? Big Green, what's going on? On your way to work? Boo. I'm hoping my ortho calls me today so I can set up an appointment because my ortho is what's keeping me from going back to work at this point. So actually, I haven't seen that. And I only said hi to her, so I'm not quite sure why that was, but whatever. I have Mandy's phone number. I can call her. Yes, they are still a nice coin. Oh, that's okay. Who did he say that to? That's what was that on his page? Oh, whatever. Tuner for what's up? My enhanced uncirculated ASCs come Saturday. Was anyone else able to get it yesterday? No, I wasn't. Learn to respect ladies and my elders. Do we have some ladies in the house right now? Yeah, I know you are, B, but let's not talk about you. Amina is here. Well, hello, Amina. I just want to first extend any apology that I might need to have ever made anybody feel uncomfortable in my chat. I don't have a dual date yet. I do have some 26s, but I don't have any dual dates. So if I've ever made anybody in my chat feel uncomfortable, I'm very sorry, and I do try to respect my elders as well. Some words of advice from Liberty Bleeds Silver. And I know he'll get that because Liberty, he uses an AI to run every single day to find out who's saying his name in their chats and in their channels. So I know he'll get that. So Liberty, I appreciate the words of advice. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. And I will work on respecting my elders if they do deserve my respect. Nope, just making sure that if I have made any lady or anybody else feel uncomfortable in my chat, that I extend my apologies. Did who fix his mailing address? Liberty Bleeds Silver? I don't know. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, STG. I try to be respectful, but you know, things can come off wrong sometimes. So, if anybody in my chat ever has ever felt disrespected by me, my deepest apologies. Like I do, and I say all the time. His name is Dennis. And it's not a secret. My name is Todd. So. But he made a public post saying that I made somebody feel uncomfortable. Todd the Pinger. So he made a public post saying that I made somebody feel uncomfortable. And so I just wanted to extend my apologies to anybody that I have ever made feel uncomfortable, ever. I've said it many times that this channel wouldn't be anything without you guys. And so my deepest apologies if I have ever offended anybody in any way, shape, or form. Now, LBS, grown man that can't get over me not using a thumbnail, still complaining about it on his lives. That's a whole nother story. You do have to take things with a grain of salt. The internet is a big world. Okay. And this is people's outlet. Peter, how you doing? I appreciate you, Peter. Thank you. From down under, man, down from Alaska, huh? I actually have somebody who follows me from Alaska as well. Dude, he blew up. He blew up our talk show over it and quit. It was crazy. It was crazy. Silver Dragoon did a video about it. You should watch it. Yes, everybody's got an opinion, and they all stink every time. Bart, have a great day. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. Putting those dated buffaloes in there for you right now, buddy. This whole bag is yours, Bear. I haven't gone through anything, but if you find any gems, I trust that you'll give them back to me. I emailed LBS 3 times before I went to Vegas asking him if he wants to meet up. No response. I asked LBS in live stream if he wants to meet up. He told me he didn't want to talk about it. Well, what LBS says here, it says, first, Todd, I only meet with people who deserve my time. Some words of advice: keep your inferior complex out of my live stream chat feeds. Learn to respect ladies and your elders. Yes, I know, Peter. I know, man. That's awesome. So the only thing that I can deduct from that for you, LBS or SDG, is that if he didn't want to talk to you and he didn't want to meet with you, okay, all right, Bellows, I got you. I got you. I wasn't trying to make your stack feel inferior or uncomfortable. What's up, Jeffrey Button? So the only thing that I can deduce from that is from what he just stated to me, Todd, I only meet with people who deserve my time. If that tells you what it tells me, what do you read from that? If he wouldn't meet with you, he wouldn't talk to you in chat, wouldn't Swamp Dog, what's up, buddy? So, B Waller, have a great night. Nice. You bought a nice dredge, and oh, I did see the dredge, and another big sluice. Awesome. That's cool, man. That's worth its weight. That's an investment. I like big stacks. I think we all like big stacks, and I cannot lie. You other stackers cannot deny. Oh, nice. Nice. Peter, let's make you blue. That way you can check out other people's channels just by clicking on their name and sub people up, comment on their videos, give them a thumbs up, do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Humble, I'd love to find undervalued pieces at the LCS at or around spot. Do you have a piece that you have picked up that was worth far more than what it was sold for? Yes. Do you want to see it? I got to dig it out, but I will show it to you. I pity the fool that don't like big stacks, for sure. So if you want to see it, I'll dig it out. I got it under my table here, all strategically stacked. So give me a second. Actually, I have a couple of pieces. Okay. You're welcome, Peter. All right. So, Emerald, I paid $30 for this set. Okay. Now this, there's only one silver piece, and that's the big Liberty one in the top. But it's an 86 prestige set. Okay. That's a monster set. I paid $22 for this specific set of DC coins, but it was on a rip, right? So it's got two 1 ounce coins in it that are square. This one being Harley Quinn, number 268 of 300. This one being the Joker, $185 of 500. And these are both coins. I paid $11 a piece per coin. I paid $22 for the whole box. But I'm building up to my bigger one here in just a second. You're going to die when you see this set. This back together real quick. Now, I called my LCS. My favorite actor that played the Joker, Jared Leto. Awesome. Thank you, STG. RA Salt and Silver. Have a great day. Heath Ledger did do a good job. Don't get me wrong. So for me, it goes Leto, Ledger, and then Nicholson. So I call my LCS to say, hey, I want to buy 40 ounces of silver. He says, okay, give me a day to put something together for you. So he calls me the next day, says, hey, I got some for you. I said, okay. So I show up. He pulls up this big old box with 40 ounces of silver in it. Well, inside that box was this box. Now, this says 150 years of baseball, commemorative silver proof set, Norman Rockwell, Saturday Evening Post. Emerald, are you still here? Yeah, you are. You're right there. Okay. So he gives me this set. There's 2,500 of them minted. March 1990. 4 5-ounce proof rounds. Paperwork. So he gives me all 4 of these. $0.50 an ounce over spot. Now, who in their right mind would not buy that set at 50 cents an ounce over spot? I swooped it up fast. Now, I've tried to find comps on that set. I can't find any other ones like it. I can only find ones similar to it, but I can't find any other baseball ones. So they're either sitting in someone's safe somewhere in their bottom drawer somewhere, or they got melted. So if you build the right relationship with the right LCS, or just any LCS, even if it's a crappy relationship, you got to start somewhere. Okay, and if you have an LCS you have a crappy relationship with, you can always find another one to build a better one with if you got a local one. So just to go back to what I always say, it's always good to have a good relationship with your LCS. They will take care of you if you're there to take care of them. If you build it, they will come. So yeah, good deal. Good deal, good deal, good deal. 50 cents a piece over spot. Spot was like $31 an ounce then. So he made $10 on that deal of that 20 ounces of silver. Hey, you guys, we can get Argent one more. Come on. Let's get Argent one more sub. Is anybody in here not sub to Argent? Get over there and sub him up. Come on, you guys. SDG, I appreciate you. And any friend of yours is a friend of mine, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Somebody get over there and sub up Argent. Come on, we're one sub away. There's got to be at least one person in here that's not sub to him. Come on. Enjoy your downtime. Enjoy your downtime. Ron Spencer says, done. Let's go. Argent, check your subs, bro. Send some DC's way. Let's go. Boom, baby. Let's go. There we are. All right. Now, DC Stacks, how many subs you got? How many subs you got, DC? And you guys, you understand that when you receive a package from me, 100% just full transparency, it will be late. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you. I suck at shipping shit. Okay? However, for your patience, I always send more than I'm supposed to. Okay? So please understand that your shit will be late. Okay? Your shit will be late. But understand that you will get more than you're supposed to. Okay? That's all right, Arjun. I got you. I sent out a whole bunch of stuff the other day, too. Argent Appeal Stacker. Hold on a second. Argent, what's your first name? Okay, I'm confused. Send me another email. Send me another email so I can check to make sure it got checked off. Thank you. Just to make sure. Okay, so DC Stacks is at 121. Okay, so if we can get him 9 subs, if we can get him to 130 in chat today, right now, I'll give away 2 half gold back givvies. If we can get him 9 subs. 9 subs for a 1 gold back, 2 halves. So let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if we can get him some subs. Let's give some subs out today. Come on. I don't have enough people in chat. I wish I tried to log on before International Stacker got off, but he got off pretty quick. He was in a hurry. But let's go. Let's get DC Stacks to 130. Can we get DC to 130? I don't know what you mean by is Idaho an option. Thanks, brother. Yeah, let's get DC stacks there. Mustard and biscuits. What is up? I got returned mail the other day, and I can't find it because it's not sitting next to me. But the first name was Cygnus. Nick, you going live today at 5? All right, I'll do what I can, bro. Let's get DC stacks there. He's at 126. Come on, we need 4 more. Workout postponed. That's cool. Well, let's see how close we get him. We'll still do the give you. Let's see how close we get him. Come on, you guys. Let's go. All right, so when we're done here, DC, in Stacking USA, we're going to go over and we'll make a post about a giveaway. That giveaway we'll post up. We'll post some silver as a giveaway if we can get you to 200. Okay? So when we get you to 200, I'll do a giveaway for that as well. Let's get you there. $126 for DC. Come on now. We're 4 away, guys. 4 away. 3 away. We're at 127. Come on, we need 3 more. 3 more so we can give away some gold. Oh, Emerald, this is my 3rd time stacking. So the first 2 times, I've always had a hard time saving. So, I had an old guy talk to me one time about saving. Muscle Shell, you're the man. Let's get him there, you guys. So the first 2 stacks I had, my first stack, I ended up needing to dig into it, and so I dug into it. It wasn't worth a whole lot then, though. Silver was only like $7 and $8 an ounce, right? So the payoff wasn't all that great. The second time I started working at a bank, and I was dealing with cash, and I had somebody come in, and they gave me 4 rolls of 64 Kennedys and 3 rolls of Morgans and traded it in as cash. Now, I advised that those were worth way more than what they were trading them for, but they still traded them in. And so I swooped those up, and that was the start of my next base stack. After that divorce went through, I needed to dig into that stack, and it saved me through some hard times. This time around, because I'm a horrible saver, my stack is my savings account. right? So, because I can't save normally, so I put all my savings into my stack. That's how I'm able to save. So any expendable funds that I would normally put into saving, I buy metals with. This time around, I have gold, which I didn't have gold before. So I'm pretty proud of my stack this time around. I've been way more diligent. I approached it different with a plan this time, and I've been very, very strict to make sure that I'm buying metals every single week. I did my DCA the other day. I think I posted it on Stacking USA. I had to look because I didn't write it down. But I think it was in the low 32s. DC stacks. A silver slide would be pretty cool. I don't have one. We should talk. See how much they cost so we can see if I can acquire one. Yeah, I forget where I posted it, but it was in the low 30s, like 32 and change. So it's pretty low right now. But the more I buy, the higher it goes. Fortunately, my base stack is pretty deep, so everything I buy doesn't affect it in that big of a negative way. Yeah, and those times don't happen very often, Emerald Coast. But when they do, you swoop it up. You know what I mean? Because if you know what you're looking for, like I can hear you guys, you can hear the silver coin when it hits the counter. Okay, you know when something is silver. You can hear it, and if you're if you have integrity, then you will advise that person of the value of what they're trying to do. Now, if you advise them and they still say, I don't care, do it, free game, baby. Free game. Now, I think when I picked those up, silver was around $17 an ounce when I got that stuff. And I paid face value for it. So I got 2 rolls of Morgans. They were 25 a piece. So I paid $50 for those. And 4 rolls of 64 Kennedys. And those were $10 a roll, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40. $40 and 50. I paid less than $100 for all that. Yeah, DC, I'll get in touch with you for sure. Where are we at on your subs? How close are we, DC? Come on, let's go. Big announcement page on Apex Bullion. Coming very soon, some of the cheapest bullion you will ever be able to purchase right here in Apex Bullion. Watch this space for announcements coming this evening. This evening, holy smokes. You guys, if you're not part of Apex Bullion, you know, Stacking with Cravens over there, Jack Stacks is there. You guys, you got to get over there. You got Benson's coins over there. You got to be a part of that channel, to that Discord as well. It's up and coming, but it's starting to boom, you guys. Starting to boom. DC, where are we at on your subs, brother? 3 to go. Bobcat just just subbed to you, so we might only need two. Let's go. There was a 1916 D Wing Liberty, 1909 S VDB, and several other top tier coins. It was insane. Oh, I bet, man. I bet. Actually, I found my 1909 VDB the other day. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. Gotta check it out. I want to see, check the mint mark on it. You need two more? There are some great written PM channels. There are some great writ PM channels out there. That is a fact, Hermokos. That is a fact. How's the shipping charges? You mean two? What are you talking about? To Britain? Craven's awesome. Jack Stacks, what's up? Jack Stacks is actually a founding member. He just became a member of it as well. And I think it's you and Benson's, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? I think. Oh, for sure, Emerald Coast, because they have a 20% VAT they pay. So they pay that right on top of the other normal taxes and then the shipping. And then if they're using a card, yeah, they get dinged like nobody's business. So it's always awesome to hear how a stacker approaches stacking in their country as well, especially with all of the additional BS that comes along with stacking over there. Now, I do know something about like pure bullion opposed to their constitutional, which is they call pre-decimal. So there are definitely some differences. What up, Silver Dragoon? So we do have it pretty lucky. Now I complain about a 10%, 10.5% extra tax on PMs here in Washington State because there's other states that don't do it. But in comparison, 10.5% is way better than 20 right off the top. So I'll take that all day. 20% tax on silver, no tax on gold. It would almost make somebody want to start just doing stacking gold though. But I'm a silver lover. Thing about it is you guys can't find your pre-decimal in your pocket change like we can find our 90% in our pocket change. You guys clean that stuff out fast. Got me wondering on this mint mark on this VDB though. Turn the old scope on to see if we can't find a mint mark. I don't think there will be one because it's not listed that there is one, but we'll see. Yeah, you guys, make sure you're subbed to everybody up, especially Silver Dragoon. I've been on his channel. He puts out great content. He goes over a lot of charts and market stuff, which is awesome because I don't do that stuff. So no mint mark on this VDB, which is fine. It's still a VDB. Then I'll take it. Taxes. Taxes suck. One of the only certain things in life, taxes and death, right? Yeah, see, that's the benefit. So if you go to certain places, you don't have to worry about those PM taxes. Yeah, like California has that tier level, where here Washington you don't. You just get paid. You get charged taxes on any metals. So that's one of the reasons why you guys saw me drive down to Harry's and make a purchase down there. Well, I mean, plus I wanted to go to Harry's anyways, but when I went to Harry's, I had no problem picking up a half Sauv. And I've wanted a Sauv for years, right? So picking up a half Sauv in his melt bin, in his melt bin. And it's an Edward. Lord Shadow, what's going on? 1910. Up here, Ron, yes, every metal is taxed, plus the original 10% you normally pay on sales tax. So it is essentially 20% for us because we pay sales tax as well. But you guys, picking up a 1910 half Sauv for melt. And like I said, it's an Edward. So it's got a low mintage. No, you don't get taxed on clad other than just the standard 10% sales tax in general. It's not a PM's tax. All right, DC, where we at, bro? We getting close? I want to give some metal away. I did get that to him. I did get that to him, Sublime, but send me your address again and I'll send you another one as well. And I will send him that. I'll send him your address as well to make sure you send it out. I got you, bro. You'll take me to your shop. Lord Shadow, if you want me to buy stuff from you on the straight level, I can do that. Just hit me up. $128 for DC Stacks. We need 2 more subs for DC Stacks so I can give away 2 half Florida Goldbacks. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get in there. I cannot wait till next week, you guys. Next week, I get my permanent dentures. I get my snap-ins on the bottom and my new uppers. Now, these ones, they look great. They're awesome. I can kind of eat with them, but I cannot wait until I get my permanent ones in. I'll have more room in my mouth to chew. It is going to be amazing. Amazing. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but like 3 or 4 times today during chat, my uppers have dropped down. Totally annoying. What's going on, Richard? Art or plaster gold? Lord Shadow, I'm all about the gold, brother. All about the plaster. Getting there. I got some 22 karat. I had this stuff tested when I went down to Harry's. So 22 karat right here. Got a big old 965 nug in there. Yeah, paying taxes is yes, Silver Dragon. I'm right there with you. Paying taxes is part of what you do, and I get that. But an additional tax on precious metals, and it's not going to anywhere but the state, and you don't know where the funds are going to. That's not okay for me. Now, I still support my local LCS. I still support, as much as I can. That being said, I'm still going to buy my metals for the cheapest price possible. So what am I looking for? You'd have to go dig it up. See, that's the whole thing. Is I like pay dirts and things like that, Lord Shadow. I know you have a claim. I see your videos and stuff, so I know you got a claim. I have a rule: no tax, no shipping. And so that's why it's easier to go buy it in person. But the best way to ultimately buy in Washington State is peer to peer. It's the best way to buy in Washington State. Lord Shadow, we're actually me, Swag Dad, and hopefully Swamp Dog Prospector. On the 22nd of August, we're going to be going down and doing a Prospector Day with the Gold Baron down at his gold claim. But if I were to pick, DC's at 129. Let's go. Let's go. If I were to pick placer or load claim, of course I'd go load claim. I mean, let's be real, right? Digging in the dirt and pulling up dirt and stuff like that, and looking for a pay streak. Oh man, or a vein and following it. Oh, dude, that would be so awesome. And to get into an old mine where there was somebody mining before, because keep in mind the older mines, they were looking for big gold. They didn't care about the smaller pieces. That's why they say metal detect the road to an old mine, because you're going to find gold on that road of smaller pieces that they didn't find were worthy enough to go back and pick up. Yeah, see, that's how I look at it too, Silver Dragon, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I do try to support my local guy. Oh yeah, and he treats me really good, you guys. He treats me really good. Like he gives me spot on anything that I sell back, and he charges me just about spot on anything I buy. That's awesome, Lord Shadow. And Emerald Coast, that's the flip side to it, is not everybody can afford to drive to another state. If I wasn't riding with Jamie, I wouldn't have done it. But having somebody who you trust in another state, if that is the case, could be beneficial. Like I have a proxy in Oregon, I have a proxy in Florida. I have people that can buy metals for me without paying the taxes. So, and those people are in our communities. So if you guys, if you're looking for something like that, Emerald Coast, or you guys are challenged in those ways, there are people in our community that can help with those things. Good LCSs are nice. My LCS is the Coin Market LLC on 164th. Brennan and Sarah, awesome people. I call up, I tell them who I am. They know me by name. You know, if I'm ever looking to offload or pick up, I say, hey, Sarah. She answers, hey, what are the prices like today? And she will go, hey, Brendan, Todd's on the phone. What will we charge him for this? So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. We need an organization like the NRA, but for precious metals, who lobby, run campaigns, and challenge unjust laws in court, but fight for stackers like NRA fight for gun owners. That would be amazing. The problem is the amount of stackers out there that are known are very few. And to be honest, like they always say, you don't tell people you're stacking, right? So then you're going to have to worry about people who don't trust the system knowing that you have those metals, and I don't know if that would ever really work. It did, DC, and I'm sure that my LCS he compensates me a lot on that. That would shine a light. That would shine a serious light on PMs. It really would. But you would need some big known stackers to come forward to help in those sense as well. You know, and I don't know if stackers that would have that the statute that you would need for that would come forward because they always say you never tell anybody that you stack. 2026 carpooling to another state to purchase PMs. That's right, buddy. It's a great idea. It's a great idea, and I don't have enough to lose anything, so I would definitely support something like that. I mean, I have enough to lose. Don't get me wrong, but in retrospect to things, just it is what it is. Lynette saying, yeah, right. Um, Andy Scheckman, you know, Robert, I forget his last name, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people out there that could step forward to help out with these situations. That could be a name for it, right? That could be a good somebody who represents that the best interest for us. That's true. That's true. You wouldn't need members' names specifically. You wouldn't advertise that. Yeah, that's true. Where are we at, DC Stacks? Are we there? I think we're there. That is a good idea, Silver Dragon. But you would think that we have somebody that's our new isn't our new. I know somebody up there, treasurer or somebody is into precious metals, right? The person who took over for Mitch McConnell, the Fed, right? I hear Thomas Massey has free time these days. Yes, he does. We're close. We're close. We're one away. Brian, I'm gonna send you out another one, man. I'll take care of it today. I love Dragoon too. Yeah, Dragoon has a great approach the way he does stuff. He has great mic presence. He presents really well. Yeah, people love you, bro. That's a fact. As a matter of fact, he invited me on his channel the other day. Just got in the middle of nowhere. DC, check it again, brother. Check it again. I think we're there. I think we're there. Yep. Sorry, give it a second. He'll pop. That is awesome. We got him there. People don't like me, Dragoon, because I have stopped making content and troll comments. Emerald, I've never known you to troll anything. You're just kind of here chilling, bro. And that's what you do. You come in and you chill. Go to channel. DC Stacks. Yankee Stacking and Silver Dragons channel. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't watch Yankee as much as I used to. Tim's always been my favorite part of Yankee, and Harry's always been my favorite part of Silver Dragons. So, I mean, I watch them, but I don't follow them like I used to. So Tim is very, yeah, his take is very grim in a lot of cases, the way he looks at things. And I'm okay with that because Tim is a half glass empty, and Harry is a half glass full. Okay, so we are there. We're at 1:30. All right. So we have 23 people in chat. We are going to give away two 1/2 gold backs. Okay. You get my notepad, so I write down who's going to be the winner. Let's go. Yeah, you're good, brother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're the perfect balance between the two. Okay, one number only, 1 through 50, one number only. Closest to the number without going over will win it. Okay. Can somebody throw down a go sign in chat for me, please? Good cop, bad cop, for sure. With those two. There we go. Muscle Shell says go, go, let's go. One number only, you guys. Muscle Shell, you're in on this one too. Throw it up. Come on, we get 23 people in chat, you guys. Let's go. Stacker Jack, what's up, buddy? Let's make you blue. I don't know why you're not. There we go. Cool kids are gray. Well, don't think we have 20. I don't think we have. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 15 of the 24 have a number in. Let's go. 1 through 50, you guys. 1 through 50. Let's go. I believe you have to have, Dragoon, I believe you have to have a business license. So now you can do business as yourself as a sole proprietor, and you can get that at your local state. Go online, you can get it in less than 5 minutes. That's if they require it. You could literally, if they say they require it, you could literally go to your car. You have 2 LLCs and 1 partnership, then you have more than enough. Richard, 48, 47, and 36. I think that, ultimately, you'll even have to have a reseller's permit to do it. You can either give them your business license for what you're looking for. Yeah, let's go ahead and call it a stop there. Let me get to the random number generator here. Up to 50. All right, you guys. There we are. Random number generator. Let's go. Max 504. No, 50. Number 15. Closest without going over. Number 15. So we got 7, 20, 26. We got 8 for Mike, 9 for Muscle Shell. Muscle Shell. Send me your address, buddy. I'll get these out this week. Muscle Shell taking down the win. Let's go. 2, 1/2. Goldback, Florida. Muscle Shell. Let's go. I'm a bear. I buy goldbacks for divvies. I don't stack them. And I buy them from a vendor, so I don't pay a huge premium either. My state doesn't honor them. They do have gold in them. But in my opinion, anything that burns isn't worth stacking. That's how I look at it. But that's just me. But like I said, I bought a stack of them. I got a bunch of quarters here too. Then I bought a whole bunch of them just for giveaways. Lord Shadow, have a great night, man, or a great day. I am auctioning off a gold back here probably tonight, I think. It'll be 2 1/2s. These are in homage to the Opal Rose saga. And like Dragoon mentioned, I am the first one to have the hyper fractional gold back of the 1/8. Bam, baby. And that was done live on Dragoon's channel. So, like I said, you guys, when you receive something from me, you receive more than you're supposed to get. Okay. Opal Rose, her mail got returned. Hi, Annie. How are you? Her mail got returned to me, but she was blasting me on other people's channels. I do. About how she didn't receive her giveaway. So then I received the returned mail. Later, Ronnie taken off. So I got her returned mail. And she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know." But she was blasting me on like 7 different other channels. So I waited till she came into chat. I showed her the return mail. I showed her the gold back, and I cut it in front of her. Now I did send her a gold back, like she was supposed to get a 1/2 gold back. However, she would have received 2 or 3 because that was actually what was in the envelope. But I opened the envelope, took one of them out, cut it in front of her, put one of them in an envelope, and sent it to her. Again, her blasting me on other people's channels, I believe is what he's talking about, Emerald. But yes, there are some silverbacks. This is a Zombug silverback. 1/1000th of a troy ounce. It actually got so annoying that I had 4 or 5 other channel members messaging me with screenshots of the things that she was saying in those other people's chats. Now, I'm not going to repeat the things, but it wasn't very cool. It wasn't very cool at all. So that's okay. She got her 1/2 gold back sent to her with a nice letter telling her, however, I do appreciate her coming by. I appreciate her sub. However, every time she's in my chat, she's a cancer. She's complaining about this or about that. She's complaining about her boyfriend. She's complaining about her situation, and people try to help her, and she doesn't listen. So I asked her not to come back. Normally, I'm very nice, respectful. Thank you very much. So I was very nice, respectful, with a fuck you very much. I asked her not to come back, and I don't want her to come back. So, her 1 sub, like, listen, you guys, if you don't like what I do, don't like what I do. Okay? If you're going to complain because you didn't get the free giveaway I was going to give you, then I'm sorry. Okay? I'll be the first to tell you I suck at shipping. But if you're patient, you get more than you're supposed to get. Okay? So just let me get it to you and you'll get more than you're supposed to get. You know, I have zero patience for people that are going to blast me in other people's channels. I had a guy email me once, called me a liar. Now, how did I lie to you? But I didn't respond that way. I responded with, I'm very sorry. I'll send another one out to you. When you receive both of them, just understand that you do understand that I did send it out to you. And so a lot of people that claim they don't get their packages, they get double packages. They returned mail from 4 months ago. From 4 months ago. Over on Whatnot, they call them giveaway goblins. And there are some people that are like that, but ultimately, I don't mind giving back to the channel because the channel gives to me. You guys all give to me by being here, letting me talk to you, letting me do something. You sent something to Liberty Bleeds Silver and got it back after 3 months. If it was LBS and that's who you're talking about, I guess he had some sort of payment issue with his PO box. I guess I don't know whether they didn't charge his card or they couldn't charge his card. Who knows? But yeah, I've gotten stuff sent back from LBS too. But that's that's neither here nor there. Like whatever. You sent someone a troll package of Wendy's crackers once. It said no such person. That's funny. That was probably right about the same time that he had a problem with his payment. Like I said, I don't know if it was that they couldn't charge his card or didn't charge his card or whatever. Yes, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. I'm right there with you, and that's the reason why I cut that gold back up. I should have sent her the cut gold back, but I didn't. But I mean, listen, she was acting like that gold back was whether or not she could feed her kids. And if my half gold back that you haven't received on a giveaway or a quarter gold back or whatever it is going to make or break you, I'm sorry that I didn't realize how dire your situation was. But what I can tell you that if you spent half the energy looking for ways to get money as you did blasting me on other people's channels, you would have gotten it. My dad, he gave me a lot of good advice through my lifetime that you don't realize until you actually are putting it into perspective, right? So, like, when he said, when a cop pulls you over or a cop walks up to you, you control the way that conversation goes with how you respond just initially. Okay. So, there's quite a bit of things that he said in his lifetime that helped me out quite a bit when it comes to certain things. And one of them was if you make a full-time job out of looking for a job, you'll find a job, right? But you got to put in the work. You got to put in the time, you know. And so if she spent half the time that she did blasting me on other channels, she'd have been golden or whatever. She's done. She's cooked. And that sounds like that would have been a fun package to send out. I could actually probably send a couple of those packages out myself. Be like, oh, you thought you were getting a gram? You misheard me. You're just getting a grain. But whatever. Like I said, she's cooked. Or a Teddy Graham cracker. Yes. Yes, that would have been awesome. Send her a Teddy Graham. Cinnamon or chocolate. No, just go regular Graham. Don't buy the premium one. That is a fact. Yes, the Super GA is coming. Looks like Apex Bullion. Benson just said he has a new room open in the marketplace. Precious Metals will now have his own room for selling, and it's on the cheapest price you will see out there compared to other dealers or selling sites. 49 pounds for silver ounces. Check out his selling room in the marketplace. 49 pounds. What does that convert to US? That probably comes out to about 63 or 64. £49 to USD. Yeah, about 65 bucks. Emerald Coast, thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you chilling with us. Totally awesome of you. Guys, I was up super early today. I started my stream at 6:30. That is way early for me. So I did get this cool soccer ball recently. 10.6 grams of soccer. Of silver soccer. It's pretty nice. Emerald Coast sending 5 memberships, brother. You rock. Vegas Stacker getting one. Randy Clapp, Michael Rose, Red Headliner, and Liberty Coyote. Let's go, man. That is awesome. I appreciate you. I really do. Thanks, Emerald. 10.6 ounces of silver. You got to like it. I won it during FIFA, right? So how appropriate soccer ball came out. Emerald, you're a legend, bro. Thank you. So yeah, that was a nice piece to pick up. Recently, I got a Privy Eagle. I already put it in the safe next to all the other Eagles that I got. 10.6 grams, Catcom. Did I say ounces? I meant grams. I wish it was a 10-ounce soccer ball. That would be sick. But no, grams, not ounces. Sorry, Catcorn. Calm down, bro. I misspoke. Yep. So what's up, Shaky Leg? What are you up to? So all the markets opened down, you guys. All the markets opened down. Crazy. Living the dream. Yeah, except for your dreams are nightmares, bro. Here's a little screenshot for you for later, bro. There you go. Nato Aqua. She's all yours, Catcorn. All you, buddy. DC, bro, you rock, man. Anytime. And like I said, I'm gonna make a post. If we can get you to 200, I'll give away some silver. Maybe for me, no, dude. I just said she's for you. What are you talking about? Have a great day too, DC. Catcom, I got some gold for you. And it's just for you, bro. I have 2 of these pennies that I'm going to send you just for you, bro. Just for you. And I want you to show them off proudly, okay? Show them off because they're gold and they're for you. And it's got to be real because it comes with the COA. So can't go wrong, bro. Can't go wrong. This is for you. From me to you. It's for you. Made in China. No, it's not. These are actual made in USA coins. You're tripping, bro. This is a genuine 1943 steel wartime cent. U.S. Mint. This is a 1943 genuine steel wartime wheat cent. U.S. Mint. What do you mean made in China? What's the matter for you? You can clean it all you want. It's yours. It is yours. That is a gift from Humble to you. That way you can say, Humble sent me gold. Humble sent me gold. But I clean that gold off by dipping it. It's all for you, Shaky Leg. Wartime cent, baby. Genuine. Send to Opal Rose. No, Opal Rose will receive her package if she actually gets it this time. And it will be the last package Opal Rose ever received from Humble. Most people say talk to you later. TTY. L. I put talk to you never. TTYN. And I wrote it out for her just in case she didn't understand what the TTYN meant. I'd prefer not to have people like that in my chat. But hey, you guys, we're burning at 2 hours. I'll probably pop on in about another couple of hours. Run a couple of streams today. I got to get a hold of my ortho and see if I can't get my appointment today. And that's the only reason why I can't go back to work because of my knee. So you guys, I'm going to split. I'm going to talk to you guys later. And how we started this channel or this stream today was, what would I do with $100 to buy silver to start? I would buy 1 ounce of silver, and then I would top the rest off in either constitutional or 1 grammers if you can get them with no premium. Oh, bro, I checked it yesterday. 117 over 78. So better, getting better. You guys have a great day. Richard, I got that stuff in from Cartier. So I'll call you here in a little bit. We need to talk so I can get some addresses. You guys have a great evening. I will talk to you all later, or a great day. I'll talk to you all later in a few hours or so. Like I always say, stack what you can where you can. Whether that be a dime, a quarter, 50-cent piece, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce. It doesn't matter. Just keep adding to the stack. No phone. Okay. Well, we'll get in. I'll get in contact with you. Um, yes, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice. Just what I would do, and you know how I protect myself and how I hedge. I will talk to you guys all in a little while. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you soon. Later.